What up guys, Fojo here, and today we're doing something a little different. Today we're going to be creating an Iron Man mode for New World. What that means, if you do not know, is that a Iron Man mode is basically stripped down to the base level of the game. You cannot use the trading post, you cannot trade with other players, and it's basically a solo grind of the game on its base level. And so with that, I'll be crafting every single item I use. I either have to find my armor and weapons or make my armor and weapons. I have to make all my food. I have to make all my potions. Every single thing in the game that I need, I have to get myself. I cannot just purchase it and move on with the game. And so with this, there will be parameters of end game goals that I have to complete in order to beat the challenge, as well as parameters of I cannot do certain things or I'm locked in place for a certain amount of time. If you guys enjoy this kind of content and are looking forward to possibly seeing an Iron Man series in New World, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment about what you think about this idea and maybe some thoughts about what we should add to it. And so some base goals that we have already laid out are achieve level 60, get a certain amount of 200s in any skills. The amount of 200 skills are up in the air still, not sure exactly how many of those we want to do. But then complete the main storyline, complete all expeditions, and then some of the rules are obviously you can't use trading posts, cannot trade other players. And then I added an additional rule to where I cannot leave my initial territory where I've spawned in at until level 20, and then every 10 levels or so, I would like to expand my territories and be able to go to new zones to be able to then access the content and resources and everything in those zones that I didn't have before. Now, with this, we want to expand the rules even more. So, if you have any ideas as to some rules to add to this or some goals to add to the end game, and I would love to hear you guys' ideas and thoughts on this because I will be starting this very soon and would love some feedback beforehand before we get the full list of goals and rules for this Iron Man mode. But I would also like to jump into this as soon as possible and get started on it because I'm very excited about the idea. So please, if you can, leave some comments about what you think it needs as far as rules and goals go, and maybe we'll add it to the list of rules and goals for the entire series. And New World is a great place where you can do a lot of things with groups and do a lot of things with other people in the world, but this series will be kind of a solo ride through New World. The only thing we'll be using for groups is going through expeditions to actually have to go through those. To do expeditions, we need at least 3 people in each dungeon, so during those expeditions, I have to have people to go through it with. Other than that, it's going to be kind of a solo ride through, no help from any other players. And another thing there is that I cannot die. If I die, it's over. I was thinking about adding something else in there to where, like, if I buy a house, I get an extra life. And for every house I buy, I get an extra life. So if I have 3 houses, I have 3 extra lives. To where if I do die, I can continue it and we'll have some sort of punishment where I lose a bunch of items in my storage or a territory. But the idea is to get through it without dying, complete a decent level of the game to sort of beat the challenge. To kind of sum things up, I will be doing an Iron Man mode challenge to where I am set up with minimal respawns, strict rules about what I can and cannot do, as well as must hit end game goals to succeed in the challenge and beat Iron Man mode. So that's the base level idea. I would love to hear some feedback and what you guys think about this. If you guys could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with maybe some ideas or thoughts, I'd really appreciate it. And we'll have more videos out soon. I hope to see you there.